The price of a fake life where your hands didn't reach please my brother and sister please don't try to do it just managed yourself and you will have peace of mind and you can pay your house rent and some other things. A powerful story about choosing reality over likes. Sometimes we lose ourselves trying to impress people who don't matter. Remember, your peace of mind is worth more than any number of followers. Amaka had always dreamed of being famous. In her small town, she would spend hours scrolling through social media, admiring the glamorous lives of influencers with their designer clothes and luxury homes. She wanted that life more than anything, the admiration, the followers, the endless stream of likes and comments. When she married Prosper, a successful construction businessman, she saw her opportunity. Prosper was hardworking and humble, but Amaka convinced him to move to Abuja and rent an expensive apartment they could barely afford. He agreed because he loved her and wanted to make her happy, even though it meant working longer hours to cover their mounting bills. In their new home, Amaka created the perfect social media life. She borrowed expensive clothes for photo shoots, filmed herself dancing in their fancy apartment, and posted daily updates about her luxurious lifestyle. Her follower count grew quickly, with people commenting goals and living the dream on every post. She felt like she was finally becoming the person she had always wanted to be. But maintaining this fake life was expensive. While Prosper struggled to pay their rent, Amaka kept spending money they didn't have. She hosted lavish parties for her new influencer friends and bought knockoff designer bags to maintain her image. She never showed her followers the past due notices piling up or the sleepless nights spent worrying about money. Things took a darker turn when Amaka met Chidi, a wealthy real estate developer who offered to help boost her social media presence. He bought her real designer clothes and let her film content in his genuine luxury apartments. Soon, their relationship became more than just business. Amaka justified her cheating by telling herself it was all part of building her brand. But her carefully constructed world came crashing down when Prosper came home early one day and found her with Chidi. The look of betrayal in Prosper's eyes was devastating. "I gave you everything I could," he said quietly, tears streaming down his face, "but it was never enough because you cared more about impressing strangers on the internet than loving the person who actually loved you." Prosper left that night, taking only his clothes and dignity. Without his income, Amaka's fake world quickly unraveled. Chidi disappeared when she needed help with rent, and her social media friends suddenly stopped answering her calls. The landlord, tired of excuses and bounced checks, finally had her evicted. The humiliation was complete when videos of her belongings being thrown onto the street went viral. The same people who had once praised her lifestyle now mocked her downfall. See the fake life face with tears of joy from Grace to Grass rolling on the floor laughing. This is what happens when you live for social media. Prosper Constructions dodged a bullet. With nowhere else to go, Amaka returned to her mother's house in shame. Looking at herself in her childhood bedroom mirror, she finally saw the truth. She had lost a loving husband, her self-respect, and her dignity, all because she wanted to impress people who didn't really care about her. The journey back to reality was difficult but necessary. Amaka deleted her social media accounts and found a modest job teaching at a local school. She learned to live within her means and discovered that real happiness doesn't need to be photographed or validated by strangers online. She wrote Prosper a heartfelt letter, not asking for forgiveness but expressing genuine remorse for taking his love for granted. She didn't expect a response, and she didn't get one, but writing it helped her accept her mistakes and commit to change. Months turned into years, and slowly Amaka rebuilt her life, this time on a foundation of truth. She found that authentic friendships, though fewer in number, were more meaningful than thousands of followers. The peace that came from living honestly was worth more than any number of likes or comments. Now, when her students talk about becoming social media famous, Amaka shares her story as a gentle warning. She teaches them that the most valuable things in life can't be captured in a perfect Instagram post, things like self-respect, genuine relationships, and inner peace. Being yourself, she tells them, is more important than being famous. Real happiness comes from living truthfully, not from pretending to be something you're not. Her story spread through the community, not as a tale of shame, but as one of redemption and wisdom. People came to respect Amaka not for her possessions or social media presence, but for her honesty and the valuable lessons she shared. A real life, lived authentically, is worth more than 1,000 fake likes. The likes and followers had faded away, but in their place Amaka found something far more precious: self-respect, genuine happiness, and the quiet joy of being true to herself. Her journey from fake fame to real contentment taught her that the most valuable currency isn't social media followers or designer clothes, but the freedom to be authentically yourself.